I definitely never had to do that. And I never had to hit the Wakanda salute at Mass every month because apparently that's what you're supposed to do during communion when you're not Catholic, which never singled me out in that lion's den of a school or anything. And I never had to diss girls I actually liked in my first rap song so people would think I was cool. Which brings me to the most important part of this era, probably in my entire life. We've reached the point in my story called How Melvin Burch Became a Musician. One school night, while awaiting another grand day at the most pleasant school in the world, I found out that I was bored. Yes, found out. It wasn't the passive boredom that happens almost every day. It was the boredom that lets you know about itself. That thick, impenetrable, oppressive boredom that can lead to existential breakdowns or peeing in an outlet to see what happens. Luckily, at 14 years old, I was no longer interested in risking electrocution and decided to go into my mom's room to see if there were any bootleg CDs I'd be interested in. Now, in the years since that decision, I've come to the conclusion that what occurred that night gives credibility to the abstract concept known as destiny. It's chilling, quite frankly. You see, at that time in my life, it was not at all common for me to use music to alleviate boredom, let alone listen to music as an activity in itself and not just use it to complement what I was already doing. So I don't know what possessed me to do so that night. The next curious detail was the CD I chose. With my only experience with this artist being the phenomenon that was Cash Money in the late 90s and a few radio singles, and with me having no real affinity or strong level of affection for this artist, I don't know why I was drawn to him. But I picked up a Lil Wayne mixtape. It was entitled The Drought 3. I brought it back to my room, put it in my PlayStation 2, sat down on the floor, and got ready to listen. What happened next changed my life.
I'm the best rapper alive. Homeboy got a mind that a map wouldn't find. Homeboy got a nine that a cop wouldn't find. But I could get to it even if I was blind. Like a scary movie, they screaming when I rhyme. I'm a king, you could ask Steven if I'm lying. I'm a prince, too demanding like my mom. Too bold, too cold like West Salam. Me, it's all about me. Play with me and it's all out beef. Beef, yes, chest, feet, tag, bag, blood, sheets. Yikes, yeeks, crate, sky, storch. Can I borrow your yacht? Watch me and my clique go all out. Like the ball in the stands, we balls out. Boy, I don't know what y'all about, but I just spit like a dog mouth. Pink ice just looking like a hog mouth. I had to bring the hog out. Yeah, like them trees, bring a log out. Every day Christmas, I'm eggnogged out. And hip-hop is my new bought house. My flow just grew legs and walked out. Bye.
People, at 14 years of age, Lil Wayne's manipulation of the English language had destroyed everything I thought I knew about words, music, and life. As the songs went on, my shock only grew. I'm gonna go rapid fire through my thought process at the time. What is happening? How have I not known rap was like this? Did I miss something? Has Lil Wayne always been this good? Wait, did he just say he was leaning like a three-legged lion? He's gonna shoot somebody on their porch and make them fall in their kitchen? What kind of gun does that? He's gonna hit him in the head like Vonage? Wait, is he talking about the commercial? That's incredible. How does he just rap on other people's beats like this? Do they know? If so, why would they let him do this and rap better than them? Is he really the best rapper alive? I mean, I believe him. He's so high he could eat a star? What is happening? People, this was not my first experience with rap. However, this was my first time hearing someone deconstruct, play with, acknowledge, discard, and utterly melt the conventions of language. Just have their way with the words. His use of simile was otherworldly. His metaphors fragmented my reality. The utilization of illusion and reference made my heart flutter. You have to understand, 2007 Lil Wayne was the coolest, most colorful, captivating, inventive, humorous, charismatic, animated, intimidating, wacky, brilliant person I knew. I reiterate, this was not my first experience with rap. However, this was my first time hearing a rap mixtape. The idea that there was an entire world, universe even, of music that existed beyond the commercial dimension was mind-shattering to me. The idea that people were rapping over beats I had already heard on the radio, it was so foreign to me. The idea that a song could exist without a chorus, all I had ever known about rap came from the radio and the albums my parents played around me. Now, all constructs were demolished, all notions obliterated. When I tell you that I played that mixtape every single day for 3 months straight, I am not exaggerating. Rap was a form of music I'd always enjoyed. It was now the love of my life. It was all I could think about. And as a kid who for their whole life had already enjoyed writing, what happened next was inevitable. Almost involuntarily, I went out and bought a 5-subject, 5-star notebook, a bunch of writing utensils, and eventually a $20 USB microphone from Best Buy. And before I even knew what was happening, I was writing rap music. The next 6 months were a whirlwind, a crash course in rap education. I was crafting cringeworthy novice lyrics daily, greedily ingesting a diet of music that was almost exclusively Lil Wayne, making ridiculous proclamations of being the best rapper alive as a result of the influence my new role model had on me. But perhaps the largest benefit of this was that the issues in my life were starting to take a back seat to, or find a place within, writing. Depression was second to music. This, my friends, was a calling. And to quote a rapper who would soon arrive under the cosign of Lil Wayne, nothing was the same. Anyway, I can go on and on about what rap did for me at the time, has done for me since, and will likely continue to do for me, but it'd be like parents and baby pictures on Facebook. Cute, but you act like you've never seen a kid before. Well, you haven't. None of you love music like I do. As a reward for listening to my tale for so long, I'm gonna play you one of the first songs I ever recorded. I wish I could play you the very first one, but it was destroyed in a fire you'll hear about next chapter. So, without further ado, here's a song featuring somewhat inaudible lyrics, salty talk about the girl I was telling you about last chapter that let me down easy, disses to teachers that never actually did anything to me, lies that I thought made me sound cooler, awkward pauses and omissions for curse words and explicit phrases that I wouldn't say for fear of being heard, and really amateurish punchlines. Enjoy!
Well, Mel, baby, I'm tired of these snitches. I ain't a Lilo, but I'll give you these stitches. Sitting in detention, hotter than the kitchen. Getting yelled at by Mrs. McKimson. We got lame teachers. I'm cool with Mr. Hurdle, but Mr. Sullivan looks like a white Urkel. Yeah, that was messed up. Excuse my behavior. I'm serving these teachers. Just call me the waiter. But this is not a restaurant. This is not an Applebee's. Only entree here is the course of these nuts. Yes, I rap for no recap for rappers, so I ain't quitting. Already got her once, but it's better twice bitten. Got Mrs. Watson scared like a little baby kitten. And this right here is off the brain, not written. If you thought I liked her in the first place, I didn't. Infatuation, too much contemplation, too many months waiting. So now she here hating, but she can keep hating. The girl can keep hating, cause I'ma just rise like a cake when it's baking. You will see that I will be the best rapper alive. Now give me my seat, give me my throne, send the other dudes home. Hip hop is mine, it is my own. So keep ignoring me, Amber, I don't give up. Cause when this money comes, you gon' have a fit. My ego is huge, swelling up non-stop. Big as a balloon, except it won't pop. Sitting in the coop with a girl named Bridget. If you think the girl cold, my Bridget. I got a lot of teas, but I don't drink Lipton. Living the sweet life, doing London in the Tipton. Matter of fact, I went off the window. SF State was swimming. Sports in the instrumental, but I ain't suicide. I'm running out of breath, so I think I need to stop.